What's going on, everybody? Second video of this channel, armchair quarterback talk. We all know why. Everybody's been called the Monday morning quarterback, sitting in your armchair telling how football should be. But we got two great NFC championship games today, or NFC divisional round games this weekend. I did a video about the AFC and what I feel, in my opinion, about those games. And now let's talk about the NFC. You got the Los Angeles Rams going into Philadelphia, and you got the Washington Commanders going into Detroit. Now, from my family to yours, everybody in Los Angeles, our prayers are with you guys. What you've gone through these last 2 weeks has got to be a nightmare. It has to be a nightmare. And again, that is one thing about sports that can bring us together as a community. And that's what they did last week. That is what the Rams did last week. It's like they completely outstretched their arms and embraced the community of Los Angeles and were like, for these 3 hours, we've got you. We've got you. And to the Bidwell family and the Arizona Cardinals, what you did was amazing. You completely transformed your stadium into a home game for the Rams. They went out, they contacted the Rams, they're like, hey, what color of paint do you use? What blues? What yellows? What's white? And they went out and they painted their field. They had the scoreboard for the Rams and everything the Rams did. They had the track around the stadium do the same thing. They sent 2 planes, brought their families, brought the players, brought their pets, opened up their practice facility and everything, and that was great. That was very inspirational of what the Cardinals did. But let's talk about these games. You got the Detroit Lions and the Washington Commanders. Detroit has never been to a Super Bowl. Let that sink in. One of the very old franchises have never been to a Super Bowl. And then you got the Washington Commanders, who are playing with a rookie quarterback who is in talks of winning the NFL Rookie of the Year. Very deserving. And how is it going to be? Is the game going to be too much for Jaden Daniels? I don't think it will. Now, I can tell you right now, that stadium, Ford Field, is going to be rocking. The crowd noise in there is going to be insane every time Jaden Daniels steps on the field. It's going to happen. And he's going up against a good defense. Not a great defense, because we all know the Lions have been decimated by injuries this year on defense. It's how this team has been so good with that many injuries. That deals with coaching. That deals with Dan Campbell. And Dan Campbell is going to have his guys locked down. He is going to play his version of football. You're probably going to see 3 or 4 for fourth down conversions or attempts. So it's going to be interesting. It really is. The Commanders are coming in. Again, you got a rookie quarterback. A first-year head coach. Now, I know he was the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. He was on the staff of the Dallas Cowboys. But this is still his first year as being the Commanders' head coach. And he's done a great job. I thought he should have got the Dallas job, but that's nor here nor there. That's the Cowboys for you. And then you got the Philadelphia Eagles bringing in the Los Angeles Rams. Now, last week, we know that Jalen Hurts didn't play bad, but he didn't play lights out. But again, he'd been off for 3 weeks with concussions, and last week was his first game back. And so we'll see. We will see. But they've got a running game. They have got a running game. And we know that Saquon Barkley is going to light it up. He's going to light it up. He really is. And it's going to be an interesting game. It really is. And in my opinion, when it comes to the playoffs, especially the divisional rounds and the championship rounds, you have to have a running game. You have to be able to run the rock and run it consistently. You 3-4 yards on first down, second down, so you don't put your offense in a bind come third down. And you know the Rams defense, they're gonna tee off on Hurts. They're gonna be up at the line of scrimmage, maybe 7-8 in the box to stop that run. So play action pass is, especially on early downs, if you can get 3 yards, 4 downs consistently running the ball, the Eagles' play action pass will be wide open against that defense because that is going to be their number one goal. They are going to try to stop the run. So if you can get those 3 yards, if you can get those 4 yards, that opens up the play action pass, wide receiver screens, because they are going to load the box. The Rams are going to load the box to stop the run game and say, hey, Jalen Hurts, you want to go? You got to beat us. What we saw last week, we think we can stop that. Now, is Jalen Hurts going to come out and play lights out? I don't know. But he will play better because this will be his second week of full practice after being gone for 3 weeks. So we'll see. We will see. And then, again, Detroit, that stadium, oh my gosh, that stadium is going to rock. They want their team in the NFC Championship game. They want their team in the Super Bowl. Never been to a Super Bowl as a team. And honestly, that was one of my picks at the beginning of the year. I told my dad, I was like, hey, I would love to see the Lions in the Super Bowl. Never been. It would just be great to see them in the Super Bowl. But these 2 games are going to be great games. I honestly believe they could be better than the AFC games. I really do. I believe they could be better than the AFC games. But again, we've already talked about them. Let's stay in the NFC. Jared Goff, he's got to play good. Matthew Stafford. Okay, we're both up there in age. I know I'm almost 40. Matthew Stafford, I believe, is 38, almost 39. Father time does get to you. And I know these players, they've got great trainers, they've got great equipment, they've got top-of-the-line facilities, but Father Time still wins out. And he is going to have to play a great game against that defense. Dan Campbell is going to have his defense locked in. I mean, look what they did against the Minnesota Vikings in Week 18. Everybody thought that game was going to be a back and forth shootout. And they locked it down. And they're probably going to do that again this week. They're going to do it again this week. So, in my opinion, they will... The NFC has the better chance of having the greater games. Again, you got a rookie quarterback going into Detroit. Going to have to deal with the crowd noise. It's going to have to deal with the environment, being the divisional rounds. It's no longer a wild card. This is the divisional rounds to go to the conference championship. And then you've got the Rams, who are still coming in with the momentum, with the inspiration of their community into Philly. Philly, you have to stop the run. You have to stop the run. That should be what they're preaching all week this week. Stop the run. Because if you don't, then that opens up everything. That opens up, again, like I said, wide receiver screens, play action pass. And you have to stop it. You do. Saquon Barkley, he's going to get his yards. He is going to get his yard. He didn't score a touchdown last week. Everybody's like, oh, he did that because they didn't let him get the record. No, that's not why he did it. It was at the end of the game. He got the first down. Yeah, he could have kept going, scored a touchdown. Boom, no big deal. But he slid down. Why? It was first down. Now they can eat the clock. In the game, nobody's hurt. Let's leave the game as it is. Our players are healthy. Now let's focus on next week. That's my opinion. That's what I think he did. I could be wrong. I could be right. I don't know. But again, my opinion. So... the weather in Philly is going to be cold. It is going to be cold, and you have a dome team going into an open environment stadium. That's why, in my opinion, I think every stadium should be open environments. But that's never going to happen because of Super Bowls and the requirements and all of this. But, again, it's going to be a great game. Both of them have the chance of being very, very good games. I don't want blowouts. I don't. And I'm going to try to stream. Again, this is a new channel. This is me trying to get into this community of football fans. Again, lifelong Broncos fan. I've been with them with Elway. I've been with them without. I've been with them with Manning. And I've been with them without. And now we got Bo Nix. So, in my opinion, and let me know, what do you guys think? Do you think the AFC games are going to be better? Or the NFC game's going to be better? I honestly believe the NFC has the opportunity to have better games this week. You've got the feel good story with the Rams. You got that community that they're completely embracing going into Philly. And you got a rookie quarterback in Jaden Daniels going into Detroit, and that stadium is going to be lit. Dan Campbell is going to make sure of it because, again, they have never been to the big one. So we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I'm going to try to get more videos out. I'm going to try to build a community here. I want y'all to let me know what you think, what you want me to talk about. I will do videos. I'm going to try to do multiple videos a day, talk about all different things. Broncos, any team you want. Let me know. I hope you all have a great one. I'll catch you on the next one.